is full time at the bridge, and it is Chelsea who have won the game 6-0 against Everton. And it was a Cole Palmer show as he scored 4 goals. And is with his 4 goals, he assisted Chelsea or helped Chelsea win 6-0 against Everton. The other 2 goals were scored by Nicholas Jackson in the first half, and also Alfred Gilchrist, who scored his first Chelsea goal, his first professional goal. Remember, he's a young talent. He came from Chelsea's academy, the Cobham Academy, and he was promoted this season by Mauro Pochettino, and he has shown his quality by scoring his first ever goal for the club at home, which is good for him. But let's talk about Cole Palmer, one of the best players of this season. If not for Chelsea's position and their form, I think he will be in that contention to win the best player of the season. But if it was me, I think Cole Palmer should win the best player of the season. But still hope for him he can win the youngest player of the season because he's still young. And from his move to Manchester City to Chelsea, I think I was one of those who questioned this kind of move. Chelsea signed him from Man City and the region of 45 million pounds, and I thought maybe this fee was a little bit high as far as but I think Chelsea board and the manager, they were convinced that this fee is enough, and Cole Palmer is worth it. And also Manchester City were holding him at 45 million pounds. They saw something from him, and they thought this is the right fee for Cole Palmer. But having scored 20 goals this season, I think it was a bargain fee for Chelsea. I think Chelsea really robbed Manchester City on this Cole Palmer transfer. He is the best player of the season so far. So let's break down the records by Cole Palmer, or the stats by Cole Palmer since his move from Manchester City to Chelsea this season. He has scored 20 goals, 9 penalties, and the rest are non-penalty goals. So he has scored 20 goals, and he is now the joint leading top scorer in the Premier League with 20 goals. He's joined with none other than Erling Haaland, his former Manchester City teammate, who also have 20 goals. So could we see Cole Palmer winning the Golden Boot with Chelsea, which I think would be the best achievement ever by a player, to win a Golden Boot with a club who is not in top 4. So I think Cole Palmer has been brilliant for Chelsea. Remember, he is now on 20 goals with, I think, 7 games to go. They have played 31 games, and with 7 games to go, I think with his quality, he can rack up some 10 goals maybe and make it 30 goals. 30 goals this season. So Cole Palmer, with his 4 goals today against Everton, he is the first Chelsea player to score 4 goals in a single Premier League match since 2010, which when Lampard scored the 4 goals. So since 2010, that is I think 14 years ago, Cole Palmer is the first Chelsea player to score 4 goals in a single Premier League match since Lampard, or Frank Lampard, in 2010. Also, he is the first Chelsea player to have 20 plus goals in a single season since Eden Hazard back in 2018-2019 season. This tells you a lot how Cole Palmer has been the backbone, the heart, and I think the blood also. In fact, it's the body as for Chelsea this season. He's been there scoring goals and assisting goals as well. And also, Cole Palmer is the first ever Chelsea player to score in 7 successive Premier League games. With 4 goals today, he now has that record of the first Chelsea player to score in 7 successive Premier League goals at home, that is at Stamford Bridge. So these are just the stats that Cole Palmer have managed to rack up this season, and I think it's been brilliant with Chelsea since his move from Manchester City. So I think when he was at Manchester City last season, I think he scored some important goals. Remember, this season he scored against Arsenal in the his goal against Arsenal in the Community Shield to level or that to put Chelsea or City ahead against Arsenal in the Community Shield. He scored a very brilliant goal, top corner against Ramsdale, and unluckily, City lost the Community Shield on penalties. Remember that goal by Martinelli. to make it 1-1 for the Gunners. So I think Cole Palmer is Chelsea, and Chelsea is Cole Palmer. He is the best player I've ever seen this season, playing with ease. I watched him against Manchester United. He did nothing wrong. He everything he touches was gold, and he's been brilliant also for the rest of the matches he played in. Game against Sheffield United, he was criticized that he didn't score. He was subbed off, but in his first game, he managed to get an assist, and this shows you how important this player is for Chelsea. When he turns up, Chelsea wins the game. And for me, I've watched most of Chelsea games, and I wonder, and I'm still wondering why they are still where they are at the moment. They've been brilliant. They've been positioning the game, but sometimes they find it unlucky to score and draw or lose the game afterwards. So with his second hat-trick of his football career, that is Cole Palmer, he scored his first hat-trick against Manchester United, where he scored 3 goals and helped Chelsea to win 4-3 against the Red Devils at same stadium, Stamford Bridge. Also today, he scored a hat-trick, scored 4 goals, that is to help Chelsea on a 6-0 win against Everton. So with that win, Chelsea have moved to 9th place with 47 points, having played 31 games. So they are just 3 points below Manchester United and below Newcastle United. They are 1 point below West Ham United, but keep in mind that West Ham have played 2 games more than Chelsea, and United and Newcastle have played 1 game more than Chelsea. So I think their next game will be crucial. They'll be crucial in the Premier League and also in the FA Cup. They are playing Manchester City at Wembley Stadium in the FA Cup semi-final, after which they will play, or they will face Arsenal in the Premier League on Tuesday, I think. So their next 2 games are against Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final and also against Arsenal in the Premier League. So if they manage to win against Manchester City and win against Arsenal, I think they have a chance of a top 5 finish, and also top 6 finish, or rather, and also a chance of lifting a trophy. Remember, they were almost winning a trophy this season, but Liverpool won it. That is the Carabao Cup, where they lost in penalties, or rather they lost the game. So today they won it. So I think on Thursday, on Saturday, they have a very important game. Remember, they are unbeaten against Manchester City this season, drawing home and away. So it's a brilliant form. And 6 goals, 3 points, a clean sheet, and what a night for Chelsea Football Club. What a night for Cole Palmer. 4 goals, brilliant play, And I want to talk about that penalty incident where Nicholas Jackson, Non Madueke, and Cole Palmer were arguing to whom should take the penalty. I think this is something that the manager always talks about: who is responsible for penalties. No matter who has been fouled in the box, it is there's a person who has been selected to be taking penalties in games. So I think this season I've noticed that Cole Palmer has been the one taking penalties for Chelsea, and that was his 9th penalty in the Premier League. So I think when the penalty was awarded to Chelsea, in my mind, I thought and I knew straight away that it's Cole Palmer who is going to take it, because he is, number one, he is the right penalty taker for Chelsea. Number 2, he was to score his he had a chance of scoring his 4th goal of the month to tie up with Cole Palmer, with Erling Haaland in that Golden Boot chase. And I think as a Chelsea players, you need to support your fellow teammate to win the Golden Boot. And I think it was a little bit of unsportsman conduct by Nicholas Jackson and Madueke. They were supposed to easily give the penalty away to Cole Palmer to score his 4th goal and tie it up with Erling Haaland in that Golden Boot race. So I think Conor Gallagher did a great job there by intervening and giving the ball to Cole Palmer, who scored it and made it 5-0 to Chelsea, and his 4th goal of the night. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.